Good morning, everyone. Just wanted to go through some things in the syllabus and through the course, just in case anybody had any questions about navigation or some clarification in the syllabus, just some things I wanted to point out this morning. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out by showing you that this is the main page, this is your home page, and this is what will come up. I'm actually in a student view right now, so I'm going to see everything that you see for the most part when I'm in the student view. First thing that I want to do is you'll come up here on this left hand side and you'll see syllabus. If you'll go ahead and click on that syllabus, what you'll find is the syllabus will load and you'll have all kinds of information here that you'll need to read through, and hopefully you've already done a lot of that. If you move on down quite a ways, a lot of stuff in there that we have to have. I do want to point out some things about class information, methods of grading and evaluation. You'll notice that your discussions are worth 20%, your quizzes are worth 20%, your essays are 50%, and your final exam is 10%. Make sure you understand that your essays must follow that MLA format. There's also some information in the introductory module related to that, so keep that in mind as well. Do want to let you know that it is my intent to have your assignments graded within 7 days of from the day that they're due, and so please be patient with that. There's a lot of information to get through, and I try to do that as timely as I can, but it'll be done within 7 days as much as possible. As far as my late work policy, make sure you understand this because this is very important, and you want to make sure that when possible, when modules open, that you try to get your assignments done early. So all of your discussions, quizzes, and the final exam must be completed by that deadline. If they're not completed by that deadline, no credit's going to be assigned. Essays not completed by the due date are going to be docked 20% per day, so after 5 days, no credit will be given on those. So you always want to make sure that you get those in there as quickly as you possibly can. You'll also notice here it gives you an idea of what to expect throughout the semester. Again, this is something that should be pretty much intact. If there are any adjustments, I will let you know to the syllabus and the assignments that are given. You'll notice here that the introductory module is actually open for quite a long time, August 18 through 31. Basically, during the first 2 weeks, what I'm basically looking for you to do is to complete the introduction, also go in and do the previous experiences discussion item, and then complete the syllabus quiz. But the other thing I really want you to do is spend some time just reading through the material. There's a lot of material here on this website and in the introductory module, and I want to make sure everybody's very clear about where we are with that. You'll notice that Module 1 begins on September 1, so that module will actually open on September 1 and you can get started on the assignments. Now if you want to get a jump start on what you're doing, you can go ahead and start reading some of these items in the first 2 weeks, and that might help you out a little bit as you work through here, because as you'll notice, you have quite a bit more to do in those next 2 weeks. You have some discussion board items that you'll need to complete, you have some quizzes, and then you have your first essay that will be due. One thing that I would mention to you, because it's not reflected here in the syllabus, but it will be in the modules, is that your discussions and your quizzes are actually due by the end of the first week of that module. So in this case, Module 1, September 7, would be the date that you would need to get that information submitted in order to receive credit. Again, that moves all the way through, and you can see I've got basically everything completely outlined all the way until the end of the semester. The next thing I'd like to show you is this again was a syllabus. If you will go to the announcements board, when I click on announcements, you're going to see there's only really one thing here. This is Welcome to Comp 1. Basically, when assignments are set to be due within a week, I will try to post an announcement as a reminder, so this might be something that you check in case there's something out there that maybe you're unclear about, but it will definitely outline when your assignments are due. Also, if you'll go to your modules and click on that, you're going to notice that everything is outlined very nicely for you here, and what you need to do is you do need to go through these in the order in which they are presented. You'll notice here in the introductory module, again, there's quite a bit of information. I want to make sure that you read through all this information. I would also encourage you to go back into those discussion boards to see what other people have posted. You'll notice that for the student introductions, I posted some information as well for each of you. So take a look at that. And what you'll notice here is this is all live here. This is all open. You'll notice over here on the right hand side, this shows you where the due dates are. So your student introduction, your discussion, and your Comp 1 syllabus quiz is not due until August 31st. Again, I would encourage you to do that as early as you possibly can. That way, if you have any questions, then we can address those at that time. You'll notice down here in Module 1, on the narration dates, are from September 1 through September 14th, but you'll notice they're grayed out, and you'll notice I can't click on them. When I try to click on them, nothing happens. That's because this will not unlock until August 31, 11:55 p.m. So basically we're looking at September 1st. The reason we do this is because I do think a specific pace is very important, and then we maintain that pace. So you will not be able to access these. Again, if you want to get ahead on some of your readings, that type of thing, you can always go back to the syllabus, find where those readings are, and start those readings, but you cannot complete the assignments until those open. Again, you'll notice on the right-hand side, you'll have due dates. And again, for your discussions and your quizzes in Module 1, you'll notice that September 7th is when your discussions and quizzes are due, and then your final draft of your first essay will be due on September 14th. So it gives you some time to think about some things, work through some things. If you take a look up here, the next thing that I'll point out is the grades tab. Probably something many of you are going to be very conscious of. But basically it gives you a list of all of the assignments along with due dates, and will also again shows what each thing is worth. Each category is worth, and then what you'll basically see here is once you've finished this and I have graded it, you'll see what your score is out of however many were possible. So we just want to make you aware of this is where you'll go to check your grades. Again, at the bottom you'll be able to see what your total is, and you can kind of keep track of where you are in the class. I'm going to go back to the home page here. Again, this is the very beginning. I would encourage you to read through this information. This is very important information. This information is included for all Butler online courses. So if you have specific questions about things that maybe aren't content related, this is a good place to start. If you have any questions, be sure to email me through the Canvas email, and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. I usually have about a 24-hour turnaround time on that, if not less. So again, if you have any questions, I'm here to help you. So I wish you the best throughout this semester. Thanks.